Hello there, everyone, and this is Felix from Felix the Dev, and today we're going to talk about three assets. I'm going to give you three assets that every computer science college student should start building while they're completing their degree. So let's get started. So, why you as a college student who is completing their 4-year degree should care about this topic? Why should you invest your time as well as studying for your tests, for your finals, for all those college courses such as data structures, and the list goes on. So, the main idea, the value I want to add to this conversation with you guys is that these assets, if you start building them, right from the get-go, by the time you graduate, they're gonna serve you a lot in your professional career. So, the main focus that I want to let you guys know is that these assets are going to help you get your first job as soon as you graduate if you do them right and you play your cards right. So very important about that. So what are these assets, right? So number one, your LinkedIn profile. And this is a mistake I made as a student. Like, well, it's sort of a mistake because LinkedIn wasn't so big at the time and it was really new. So right now, you as a college student should start building your LinkedIn profile. You should develop a professional network, create connections with people, with other developers in your field, and people that work at companies that, sorry about that, that work where you want to work in the future, or other colleagues. LinkedIn is a great place to get to know people with the same interests as you, such as software development, or tech in general. So it's very important you start doing that. So, oh, and also before that, recruiters, people that work in the companies that when a job opening surges, they go to LinkedIn. They go to LinkedIn, they see the potential candidates' profiles, and you can get a job from LinkedIn. So by building connections from LinkedIn. So I really encourage you that. So another thing that LinkedIn is really good for is to market your skills because you can list your skills on LinkedIn, the programming languages that you know, such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, C Sharp, Java, and the list goes on. And what's even better is that you can have people from your social network who are colleagues or people or clients that you have worked with, and they can validate that you know that skill. So why is that great? Because and beneficial to you? Because when a recruiter who doesn't know you, right? Put yourself in the shoes of the recruiter. Sees your profile. He says, okay, this person, let's say it's me, Felix. Okay, so Felix says he knows Java, he knows this, he knows that. Okay, so look, that person says that worked with him said he knows Java, so he knows what he's talking about. So also another great thing that LinkedIn is really good is to have recommendations. Recommendations. There you go. Recommendations from people that you've worked with. It can be professors, it can be clients, it can be colleagues, and they can write a recommendation about you, which can open a lot of doors. So LinkedIn is a great asset to start building over time. So if you start doing that, I assure you, you're going to have a greater competitive advantage in your career as a software developer and software engineer, of course. So what's the second asset? Let's keep going. Is the GitHub account. I can't stress this one enough. The GitHub account is the new resume for software developers. There you can upload, for those that you don't know, you can upload code into projects which are called repositories, and people that work in the field, such as IT recruiters, lead developers that are going to be your potential employers, the work in the potential the company that's going to employ you, can see examples of your code. and can see that you know how to code organized in an organized fashion, and how your skills with what you know and what you have worked on can help their company reach the next level. So GitHub is a great asset to start building. And you start doing this now while completing your degree. When you finish your degree, you're going to have a lot of sets of projects to show employers. You're going to have a big timeline that's going to show your progress as a software developer. For example, let's say you started learning Java, right? And then along your journey, you learned Python, C Sharp, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? Because you started dabbling into different projects. So not LinkedIn. GitHub is going to record that. You're going to have your repositories in there that's going to show how you've grown throughout the years as a software developer, which is great because a potential employer can see that and he can say, "Ooh, wow, this candidate has started from this programming language and has learned all these." He hasn't settled for less. So that's very great. Also, GitHub is a great way to get experience before you're getting your first job. Let me explain. So in GitHub, you can work in open source projects, right? You can work with other developers. They're fixing bugs in different repositories, such as open source libraries of JavaScript and other programming languages. So if you start doing that while you are a computer science college student, you're going to have a great advantage because when you graduate, you're going to have that experience from working with developers. Maybe you weren't getting paid, but it's still experience. And it's something you can show your employers, your potential employers when they start interviewing you. And also that demonstrates a lot of passion for your craft. It demonstrates that, that you like to help in other projects, like to be engaged in improving things because that's software development. So that's a great thing to start doing right now. So what's the third and final asset you as a computer science college student should start building? So this one is the personal portfolio website. And why is this very important? So first, let me explain what a personal portfolio website is. A personal portfolio website is a website that has your domain name, right? My recommendation is to be your first name and last name, and that website is going to display a lot more information about you. So you can put projects there that are live demos of them, so employers can see the real thing in action, which is different from GitHub. Which GitHub they can see the code, but in the portfolio they can actually play with the real live application. So that's really good. Also, you can display information about yourself that is not in your resume and not on your LinkedIn profile. You can also have a contact page, which makes it easier to people to contact that want to hire you, such as a freelancer or even as an employee for a company they want to interview. So, and also you can showcase your skills. So that personal portfolio website is a must-have. If you guys want to see an example of one, you can head up to my personal portfolio website, which is jadielcabrera.com, which is YADIEL, Jadiel Cabrera.com, and you can see an example, live example of a portfolio website. So also the personal portfolio website, sorry about that, you can foster personal branding. So you can promote your brand as a software developer, so people will know that you know how to code, what services you can offer, and when someone goes to Google and searches for a software developer, if you build that. That's why it's very important to start doing it now as a computer science student. If you work your cards right and you optimize your personal portfolio website with SEO, search engine optimization, and you promote it, there's a big chance they can find you. So that's very important and that's very valuable. That's valuable for you as a software developer because it's going to launch your career. So I recommend that. So yeah. So guys, that's all for today. But if you feel that you gained some value out of this video and you enjoyed the advice I gave you, please hit that like button below. Also, subscribe to my channel to look up more videos and hit that bell icon to get those notifications when I start uploading new stuff. So have a great day, guys. Take care.